And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 109. And in this episode of the MSK Show, I am going to be having a conversation with Chi Town Gamers, actually. Right? Got it right? Awesome. Hey, it's all up here. I remember it now. I'll probably forget it later on as the show went on. Do you know what's crazy, everyone? So I'm not going to say the person's name, but I got in trouble apparently, and I treated this person like shit because I forgot their name on stream. Because it's not like I don't have a lot of podcast episodes weekly, monthly, yearly, and I just randomly maybe forgot the guy's name sometimes in the episode. It wasn't maliciously. Like, I'm a busy guy. You guys know I got stuff lined up out the door. I got shit I got to do. I'm sorry I mispronounced this guy's name, but as you guys know, it's not malicious if I mispronounce the name or forget it. I'm old. Fuck. I'm getting to that freaking old age where I need a cane and shit, like fucking Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond. I can only walk around with a cane. I'm good. My legs don't work. My fucking hands don't jerk me off anymore. I got no girl. She left me for fucking Diddy or something. But nevertheless, hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy holidays to everybody. You know what's crazy? We were just trying to plan to do this for actually a while. And then one of the guys who was one of the people of the group that does the social media stuff was like, hey, we could just do it on this day. And I was like, all right, cool. To be fair, I'll be completely honest here. Until you actually responded back, I completely forgot. I was like, we said it a while ago. 20 seconds? Fuck. Holy crap. So as you guys know, last night we had 2 black guys on. And now today we have 2 black guys on. And we're talking about like St. Louis in the backstage before we started the show. What are those? You guys have those black churches where you live where they're doing like the hallelujah. They're going crazy on the Sunday ceremony. Yeah, we have those here too. They black women be going freaking like crazy on that shit on Sunday. You know, talking about speaking in tongues and shit. I'm like, this lady having a seizure? Like, god damn. But nevertheless, we'll start with Kristen. What's going on, man? How are you doing?
He's muted.
Oh, Kristen, I think you're muted.
Can you hear me?
You're good.
All right. Trying to get used to this fucking mic. Oh, sorry, I was responding to a text message. I'm feeling great this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great. It's God's day. You know what I'm saying? We feeling great today. And we just got finished streaming Space Marine 2. So great things on that. We finished the final boss. I'm just like, because it took us almost a month to finish it.
Hell yeah, man. And we have Kingman the first.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, man. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, I mean, with the way I've been living life is all right. But yeah, man, it's great to be on the show. Appreciate it with the invite. Even though, yeah, we was supposed to do it a long time, but that was me that would contact you about things about the scheduling part, and I just came back from Egypt. So
you came back from Egypt.
Yeah.
The place of the pyramids.
Yeah, the pyramids. Yeah.
You actually see them? You actually go inside them? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool as hell. Awesome.
Yeah, it was great, man.
Any hot bitches out there? Any like girls that want to eat your ass for like $2 a pop or something?
I mean, the women's alright, but most of them are like covered up and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
most of them covered up, but some of them got their face. Mwah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Mwah, mwah, mwah. But yeah, I did a lot of shit, I did camel riding and drove in ATVs in the desert, was on a cruise ship, was on the Nile River, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, great, man. Great,
so you
man.
Must have a good ass
I even got some Egyptian currency. You talking about? Yeah. You never seen that, that's Egyptian pound, baby. Egyptian pound, baby. You know what
I'm saying? I just take it you got a decent job. You can just take a vacation to Egypt.
Yeah,
Wow. Well, we're both in
another black guy flexing. Oh my god. No, I can't be outdid by that. You know what? I got my barbecue lace shit. That's what I got.
Since we out here flexing. Wait, hang on. Since we out here,
it's just
wait a minute. Since we out here flexing, the coworkers came through with the oatmeal cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Oatmeal cookies? That weed?
No, this is oatmeal cookies. This is.
I legit thought that was weed. Oh my god! I'm watching
too
many stereotypes going through my brains right now.
This man holding up the cookies like he's a food reviewer or something.
Wait, hold on. Oatmeal cookies. You actually like oatmeal cookies?
Yes. Well, they got to me as a gift. They were just randomly thinking. I was just like, okay, cool. These are coworkers I used to work with, so they thought about me. Like, this is basically their Christmas
You
gift to me.
willingly eat oatmeal cookies? Oh, I can't do it, man. I tried to eat oatmeal raisin cookies. I couldn't do it.
No, you need to try iced oatmeal cookies.
It depends on the oatmeal cookie, honestly, because like
Iced
I don't like I know this is probably a Chicago native thing only, but if anybody remembers Fair Share, that old store, it used to have some of the best oatmeal cookies from there. I don't remember the brand, but the oatmeal cookies from there were beautiful. That's why I'm like, I can try them. It depends on what they on the brand. I've had oatmeal cookies, and I'm just like, yeah. But those peak.
Yeah. Oatmeal's all right, but the ice ones, ice oatmeal, yeah, you don't want to miss out on that one.
All right, so since
I'm more of a chocolate chip man, anyways.
Since it's you guys the first time on the show, just let the audience know something about yourselves. I'll start with Kristen. You married? You got any kids? Anything like that?
I do not have kids, but I remember talking with the boys. I was like, what if I was to pop up with triplets one day? And they did not respond, quite well. They responded negatively. But unfortunately, I do not have kids. I am also not married. I am a single man. Any girls out there that want me, I'm singing, I'm saying I does this.
All right, okay. Kingman, you married, have kids, anything like that?
Was divorced.
You were divorced. Okay.
Yeah, divorced. But
was she white?
No, she was.
What?
Actually, she's half black, half Trinidadian.
What did they tell you about dating them Shaniquas? What did they tell you, man?
Nah, Shaniqua.
All right, we're not going.
I don't think there's Shaniquas in the islands, bro. I don't think there's Shaniquas in the islands. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know, bro.
That's wild.
Just small brief. Born and raised in Chicago, of course, and then we both were not that far from where we was coming from, the west side. Trying to think what else I've done. I've done too much shit. But really just being a streamer for us and Chi-Town Gamers for like 8 years, you know what I'm saying?
8 years? Okay. So you guys started since what, 2016? Oh, that's cool. That's good.
2015.
Okay.
Yeah. We think about the timeline.
We started doing content creation. I started in 2015 too. We're 2015 babies. Hell yeah, we're doing this for almost 10 years. We're old.
Yeah,
well,
when you were talking about the cane earlier, bro, I'm already got what they call it? A whole bunch of cracks on my wrist right now. So I'm like,
shit, try to get in random pains in your knee from driving. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. My pinky toe starting to hurt again. I'm about to get the gout again.
Motherfucker, I threw up my back a few weeks ago. Oh my god, I felt like I was getting bent over by Diddy and getting railed. Oh my god, dude!
Oh, no.
I never had problems with my back ever. Just pulled the box, moved it wrong, I guess. Oh my god, that was the worst pain.
So you didn't lift with your knees, as they tell us.
That's what.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. I always do it. I always lift with my knees. I always do. But that moment I didn't because I was like, I'll just pull it. I'll put it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, pulled it. When I woke up the next day after work, when I got up and I collapsed to the floor. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I didn't have a medicine, so I just took like fucking aspirin. I put a cold can of soda just on my back. I didn't have any ice packs. I told this girl, come over, bring me an ice pack and some shit. But she was stupid, man. She was like, you need medicine? Yes, I'm in pain, you stupid bitch. Help. God. Help me.
Good. Help me.
You want to call me at like 10 o'clock at night, man? You want me to come over? No, bitch, I got work in the morning. You can't come over. What the hell? God damn. But
the least she could have did. No, the least she could have did is offer a massage. That's the least she could have did.
I told her she could do. Well, she was gonna willingly do that. I was like, nah, I'll call the cops on you, bitch. God.
Oh God.
Nah. Speaking about massage, just made me think about me getting my mother a massage for her birthday, and she just recently used a gift. She said this little tiny Asian woman, massaged her back and everything, but she said she felt like that little tiny Asian woman beat her ass. I was like, that's funny.
Hey, as long as she didn't order the deep tissue massage, don't.
Oh no, she said she gonna get another massage. I think come next month, I believe.
No, I know. I'm just saying, no deep tissue massage. Like deep tissue, they're putting elbows and knees all up in your joints like that. I had that. I almost thought my shoulder was about to come out. Especially my right arm. I'm like, nah.
What's so bad about it? Like they just really go deep into the massage.
Also elbow grease. sledgehammer with the shit. Like
That's
it was
funny.
bad.
I'll take a massage, but more so for my legs. You know what I'm saying? I need just massage my legs.
We'll hear about your happy ever after later, right?
Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully it's a girl. Hopefully it's not some big buff Asian dude named Jim.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need a small, tiny Asian woman just to massage my legs, and we'll be okay.
Chiropractor, no. You think I got insurance?
You think I got insurance?
California.
Happy ever after insurance, Progressive.
hang on, ladies and gentlemen. We're black. We don't have insurance. I'm joking.
No, we don't.
Wow.
I do. I have like this thing called IDHP, but I've not been sick in a long time. I never really go to the doctor or anything like that.
Same.
I'm supposed a long time.
Well, the job I work at as a school bus driver technically supposed to go yearly because we do work around kids. So technically, I am.
Oh, but, are you a teacher or something?
No, I drive a school bus.
Oh, okay. So if it's summertime, do you guys still get paid?
So the thing about that is it depends on the bus company you work for. I found out just like recently because I started this year, right?
Okay.
So the bus company I work for initially, you would have to sign up for summer school and then you would get paid them 3 weeks doing summer school.
Gotcha.
If you don't sign up for it, that's pretty much you get the whole entire summer to yourself, or you just use them 3 months, I want to say, to save up just to make it through the summertime, just to get, when school starts back.
Okay. Do you like it? Like overall, you enjoy your job?
Since I just switched bus companies, right by now I'm kind of angry at the last one. But so far it's been, a ride. I'll tell anybody trying to get their CDL, like if you want to start off with a school bus before you decide to I just want to get a class A. Having a class B has been, it's been a wonderful little thing, like something just to put in the back pocket. But working around kids, they're pretty dope. You can shape their minds. Like kids will tell you some of the funniest stories if you let them talk to you.
They're literally unfiltered. They will just straight up say if they don't like you.
Yeah, but no, most of the kids I was around, they love me. I had one kid come up to me. He was like, "Oh, you're driving," and he gave me a random hug. I was like, but getting back to the haunting, when I said the triplet thing, I saw triplets for the first time in my life working at the school bus company, and they came out, and it was all 3 girls. They came out, they looked out. I was like, they came out single file line. I was like, that's so adorable.
You would make the perfect husband or wife, give or take. No, but you got to wake up early as shit because I know the bus got to get out like what 6 a.m., 8 a.m. You got to wake up early. You have to get up like what 4 a.m. probably 5 a.m. or some shit. Damn.
So if I had a car, because the place I used to work at was like literally down the street from me. Okay. If I had a car, I just had to leave around like 5 o'clock. Well, no, 6 o'clock. I just had to be there by 6:30. I get up when I used to get up and go there. I had to get up like 4, catch the bus, and be down there by 6 because I like to be there early.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you have to be there like around 6 o'clock, 6:30. Just get your route, figure out what the fuck. Well, I take that back. If you had an established route, let's say you had your own route, you just knew your kids and everything. Depends on what time you leave. As a sub driver, however, I would get somebody else's route if they didn't show up that day, and I would have to learn their route, learn their kids, the whole shebang.
Good God! A single black guy working trying to get money. Wait a minute. CNN said you guys aren't like that. They said you guys live off the government. I don't know.
And we voted for Joe Biden. If we didn't vote for Joe Biden, we're not black. Yeah.
Oh my God. Kingman, what do you do? What you do?
So I'm gonna make it short, but recently just coming from the Navy. And after that, since like 2022, started my whole journey with trucking. And I started as a reefer driver for like maybe a couple months. Then after that, I started doing more drive-in stuff. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. And then it was just about scheduling and everything. And that was when we were still working with the YouTube channel at first. And then when we hear about Rumble and all the other platforms, that's when we was actually like really going ham with content and everything. After that job though, I went to another job that was paying more as a company driver, but I had to get like more requirements for like for my licenses. I have a class A on my first CDL, right? So So I had to get other requirements for tankers and running for in hazmat for endorsements. So after I got those, and then I started this job here. Also be kind of working with my dad. So it was
what do you mean? You're a black guy with a dad?
Black guy with a dad and a
black guy with a dad who was in the Navy, who was a trucker.
Hang on, do you want me to tell him the butter story?
No, we're not doing that.
Did you put the butter
might as well. It's part of your history.
No, we're not doing it.
Why not?
It's not about me. Okay.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me the mainstream media lied to me? You telling me that?
Yes, they did lie.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
The bitch on MSNBC who looks like a milk dud lied to me.
Yes,
Yes. Damn. Fuck. It's almost as if like they didn't lose in a landslide election last month. Crazy, right? You know, lying to people would definitely have an effect on them, right? You lie to them so much, they kind of go, man, you guys are just full of shit. I'll just go for the white man.
One of my supporters is here. I just want to give her, you know what I'm saying, that she can see it.
Hi, Amanda. Yeah, good Lord, man. So, as you guys have been doing content creation for a while, that's like me. What are you guys gonna do for your 10-year anniversary?
Good question.
Yeah, we both have 10-year anniversaries next year. What are we fucking gonna do?
That's a good question. You know what? The time has been flying by so fast that it didn't really hit me that we've been about to do this for 10 years. So we will have to obviously discuss it. I think we came to an agreement that we're going to do stuff differently next year. I know that to be factual. Mm-hmm. But for the 10th year of doing content, that's we pretty much got to really talk it out, figure it out, honestly. Because
that's I mean, it's something we got to talk about because like I want to say that for at least like up to where we at right now, I will say that we started since we were high school, right?
Right.
With that contest. So it's not like we know all the answers at first. No. Like, okay, where we can go big.
No, I know. We have to learn everything step by step of the way. One day you got to learn this. One day you got to learn that. Yeah, I know how you feel, man. Yeah.
So,
shit, that was me with fucking editing.
So within that, I feel like the last 2 years was like more of a groundbreaking phenomenon because I had to take it took a lot of roles to try to replace. It went from like, okay, then we just stream it and we just do whatever we want to now we're like more focusing on trying to get a target audience, try to see, okay, we can just stream this, we can do this as a duo or a trio. We know that we're funny as fuck. We know that we playing games that either gives the nostalgia of a fan, right? Play like Gears of War or something like that, right? Or we'll play one of the new games that's out and give our own, perspective of the new game and the gaming industry, how they really performing. So I think from the last 2 years, like it feel like we really found something. Even though I'm like, damn, it really took that long, but that's I
told people this because you guys know this as well as I do. A lot of people that when they get into this think they're gonna hit like some success instantly. If they just edit a video or two good enough, they'll just start blowing up. It's like it's not like that. You're gonna be the guy doing what we do, videos every day. It is what you tell people. It's like and someone does end up blowing up randomly just cause that's good, but that's not gonna be everyone. You're gonna be here making videos, doing streams pretty much weekly, probably at least 3 times, 4 times. You got to just put up the work. That's all
we're not. What's his face? He just came back. I cannot think his name. I can see his face, but his name is like escaping me right now. Yeah, Corey Kenshin. He just recently came back because he said he was working on a manga.
Yeah, that manga is selling out right now. Like
I know. Because they really want to, see what he got going on, see like the story he's putting together, right? I kind of want to buy it myself to see what he's talking about because I read manga, as a side, hobby, you know what I'm saying?
I don't read comic book books at all. Just those are props in the back. No manga.
That's why you try to hide.
No, I want to get back into comic books because I want to have these conversations because actually, speaking about that, we should talk about what's going on with this new Superman trailer.
Oh, I do. Actually, it's crazy. I do have manga. I bought there's too much stuff over there. There's actually another shelf that I have to maneuver and put together my porn collection and my dildos back there. Gotta make sure it all shows on screen. I'm joking. So As everyone knows, I did my Superman trailer reaction. Overall, for me personally, I did enjoy the trailer. Those are a few problems I had. One, he didn't talk enough. With Superman,
talking about the main character, Superman, right?
Yeah, he only spoke to Crypto, but I think that what people don't understand, the big thing about Superman is how he interacts with people, how he speaks to them. Him not talking a lot is that's what kind of threw me off a little bit, and that's most that's pretty much it. There was no wow factor, but what I did notice in the trailer when I rewatched it was he showed Superman in 3 different angles. He showed him vulnerable, he showed him saving people, and he showed him basically interacting with obviously his Pa Kent. So I think that those were the wow factor because everyone online, they're like, I don't know about James Gunn if he can do Superman because there's a lot of layers to Superman that you have to obviously deal with. Right. And then, with people, Superman has to have a right feel. He's got to be optimistic, hopeful, all that stuff. And I think the trailer brought all of those notes,
Well, I think I didn't really watch the trailer myself. I saw promo. But I think the issue is with James Gunn, since he is transitioning from Marvel to DC. They're seeing this whole entire thing. James Gunn likes to do flashy stuff, right? The issue was with Superman was that Zack Snyder, he decided to give us a dark background Superman, and everybody got used to that because of how it was told in the DCEU, if I'm right.
Yeah, even in the Injustice comic book series that was around that same time period also had the more
darker Superman.
Darker Superman. Yeah, and I told people this. There's going to be, obviously, when you read comics or even manga doesn't have this. Manga doesn't have 30 Narutos out there or 30 Gokus. Well, Dragon Ball Z is different. They have a multiverse, I guess. But Naruto, for example, there's 30 Narutos, right? When it comes to iterations of certain characters, people need to understand this. Just because there was an iteration of a character in a comic book does not mean it was liked. For some reason, people just automatically assume because it existed at one point, it was well beloved and regarded as good. It's no, that's just not how that works. And obviously, if you take something like Superman and you make him what Zack Snyder did, it was just divisive. Man of Steel is, I would say, is a pretty divisive movie. I didn't care for it that much. There's some good stuff in it. I don't think it was a terrible movie, but it certainly wasn't good. I'm
gonna keep it a buck with you. Anything Superman related, I stayed away from because I was just I'm one of the number one Superman haters because everybody's just why do you not? I'm he's a baseless, basic superhero. Why do I care?
I had to get rid of him. He's going crazy.
Anyways, I was more of the person that liked Batman because of his more so because of his villains. His backstory is what interested me.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, I was he's too much of a goody two shoes. I don't care for him.
You can't believe in your mind that someone could be that good that you just want to believe the good of people. Well, if you live real life, that starts to get bleak real hard.
Very much so.
Oh my god! just today. Oh my god! Not getting political, but just today, when people say, "Oh man, immigrants are great people. They don't do anything bad." An immigrant literally set a lady on fire in a subway train station. Literally today. Just saying, if people could kind of see my skepticism in the hope of humanity when you see stuff like that. Yeah. Just yesterday, a black guy, obviously was black because all they do is cause crime, took bug spray, the ones you would kill bed bugs, pesticide, sprayed it on bananas.
I just saw that.
Just yesterday. I know he doesn't want to go over that, but just pointing out, when you see all that shit in life, your brain starts going, you know what? I just hate the world. The hope for humanity's done.
I've hated the world.
Don't agree with him, Christian. He's white. He's your sworn enemy. CNN told us. I don't like those people.
I've hated the world for a long time. It's unfortunate that I think this way, but higher power of learning, or how I want to say higher power of thinking, leads to depression.
No, the other thing I wanted to go over with you said we talking about DC, right? So in the DCEU, outside of the Superman, outside of Man of Steel, did you like BVS then?
Talking about
Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, Batman versus Superman. So when I saw Batman versus Superman, I thought it was an okay film in my own personal preference. I was I didn't really care for Ben Affleck's Batman. I'm more of a what's his face?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. I enjoyed his Batman more. But I was you know what? I'm gonna give Ben Affleck a chance because he actually pulled off a decent Daredevil.
I wanted to do the same thing too. I wanted to give him a chance because I saw Daredevil. I think I didn't say as a kid. I saw it at a friend's house. It was just playing at his house, and I it was on. And I was like, "Oh, this is Daredevil." People always said it was a bad movie, and I was like, "Let me watch it."
Right.
We got 30 minutes in, I was out. I was like, this is terrible. This is bad.
But yeah, I watched Batman vs Superman. I enjoyed the little nightmarish scene that they put on there, making Batman kill folks. I was like, okay, this is an interesting take on Batman, because they were stating like, Jason Todd had recently passed away, so that's why he was going crazy. So I was like, okay, I'm following. But then he was like, but do you bleed? And then he's standing there in the power suit, just like.
What's crazy? Zach admitted it's not super powered like it is in the Dark Knight Returns, the story he's basing that movie off of, which is not. I mean, it's really, really loose. When movies say they're loosely based on a book, no, that is so loosely based. If that suit's not powerful, how is he punching Superman? That would explode upon hitting his face.
Right.
Like, we're not even using logic here. Also, in that same moment, you said, "Do you bleed?" In the same movie, Batman tried to murder this guy, and then he says, "Martha." Since they have the same mom's
that was
name,
the most controversial thing.
Then now they're suddenly they're best friends, and he's like,
yeah.
"But she was with you." What the? We're not friends. You tried to kill me 5 minutes ago. What the fuck?
I thought she was with you. But do you bleed, Batman?
People wonder.
But you got to think. But no, you got to think about it like from a man's perspective, right? We can have a random argument, and then we just friends.
Yeah.
So think about it like that.
He did try to stab him. Why did you say that name? What? It's one of the stupidest scenes I think I've ever seen in a movie ever. Thank God I watched that movie on a Wednesday night, bored out my mind. I think I fell asleep in the theatrical cut too. I watched it later on at home. I was like, I missed that part. I swear I fell asleep at some point during the movie. I think it was somewhere in the second act. The problem with the movie, it drags so long. If you rewatch it now, it drags on and on and on. It's just boring half the time too.
So did you see the Snyder cut though?
I did, yeah.
So was that a better? Was that better than the other one?
Good Lord, man! I think it was better. It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it is better, but it's still the same problem. Just he's got a problem with pace, and he just drags shit on and on. It's not the slow motion. It's just bringing in characters and just giving them no traits for you to like care for them. I'm saying I have to relate to them, but nothing that makes me go, hey, I should like this character and get behind this character, Like, I was like, man, this is just kind of like more scenes of the movie I just didn't like already, except it's just longer, Yeah. I like the Joss Whedon version because that was certainly a movie. Let's just say
I think everybody hates Justice League for what it was. I was like, it's not a bad movie, but they didn't do it justice in a sense. Like
when he puns, God.
I was not trying to make a pun out of that.
Oh my God.
Justice League, because it's injustice. Oh, we're referencing a video game. Oh no.
But I still think with the Justice League movie, they didn't really have, I don't want to say a strong grounds on where to start. You're showing off all these characters, right? And then they all come together randomly because they're going to fight who was a villain in this case? Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
We don't even know who this man is. He just randomly the villain now because he does not. So, and I think this is why Marvel, in a sense, during that time period, was doing better because they set up their villain. We don't know who Steppenwolf is going into Justice League. We just find out who he is inside the movie. That's all I was like. They didn't really have a ground on where to begin.
That's we just know these characters exist. Fail. Dude, I remember the whole thing as it unfolded. I remember just being a kid and I used to just read articles and stuff like that. And I read the magazine interviews. I remember everything unfolding. I just couldn't think it. I knew they were going to fuck it up because that's just what they do. They just happen to always fuck something up. And looking at how it started, there's no way it could have had a sustainable built foundation because the foundation, not only was it shaky, it had no real substance. What's the best way of saying substance? Yeah, there was nothing there.
But I mean, we didn't even know who the Flash was. We didn't know who Cyborg was. Like these characters are random.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, they just showed up.
Again,
we got Cyborg. Oh, okay.
I think black guy. I think even Aquaman. He didn't have his movie until after Justice League. No.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, in 2018. Yeah.
So we didn't even know who
plan with the George Miller movie was supposed to have a Justice League movie. They're supposed to have their own little spinoff after that. Well, his movie got canceled. Christopher Nolan didn't want to do a shared universe. He was done after Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. It was going to be Matthew Vaughn, who directed X-Men First Class. He declined, so they chose Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder was obviously a terrible choice because he directed Watchmen, which I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I haven't seen it, but choosing a guy that did Watchmen, which is pretty bleak. That's a pretty dark story there. People don't know. If you actually look into it, why would that guy? Why should that guy? Looking back now with our hindsight, it's a terrible choice for Superman. If he was announced today to be a Superman director, oh my god, that'd be the backlash would be insane.
Yeah,
people would go, no, fuck that. It doesn't make any sense why the Watchmen director gets to direct a Superman movie. Did a Batman Superman team up movie after that?
That Joker 2 movie, which that plummet.
Don't tell me about that.
They should have never
Did you watch that? I watched that movie. Sucks balls.
They should have never did a sequel. I honestly believe they never should have did a sequel.
Did you like the first one?
The first one, I was like, it was very intriguing.
It was to be honest, intriguing. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I still to this day, for some reason, I tried to sit down and watch Joker. I don't know what pulled me from watching that movie that day, but I was like, this is 2 hours. I can swear away 2 hours.
No, his problem is he always prioritized like other animes and stuff from his list at first, and then like he'll surprise himself with being like, oh wait, this is a new anime. I heard everybody was talking about this, and then he somehow get absorbed to watch that, and then he'd be like, I forgot I was supposed to watch this and watch that. He got some more on the list like he's supposed to watch.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a lot. I get overwhelmed because I'm like, I need time, and then when I don't have the time, something else pops on. I'm just like, oh, do I got time for it? Yeah, I do. I got like maybe like 5 minutes.
I do the same thing too. Yeah, I just there's so much piles of comics and mangas to read still. I'm telling myself in 2025, I'm gonna just do it one book at a time. I'm going to at least try to do that for my comic book channel. Maybe have like 3 comic books reviewed a week in a trade or a manga, something like that. Just keep it consistently. Because I think when you this is what I was thinking about earlier. Because people go like, well, my favorite YouTuber didn't like a movie, so I'm not watching it. It's like, obviously I've never been like that. At some point I will watch it, but if someone says, hey, I don't like it, I'll be like, hey, okay, fine, but I feel like the less you watch stuff, your knowledge just gets worse on it over time. Like you're not able to perfect how you talk about it. I feel like your overall way of speaking about it just gets weaker. Like I have to consume stuff just so I can hone in how much my other arguments are, how much I like see movies and shit. Because people will literally just go, hey, my favorite content creator isn't liking this movie. Like I don't watch it. It's like, do you know what stuff people told me in my life that I won't like that they hate, and then I watch and I like it? Whatever. I hope you're not an NPC, because that's what people call it. People on the other side NPCs. Hope people on this side aren't NPCs. That's what NPCs do. Just listen to someone just based off of because they're the more popular person. Like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
it's so funny
because they were really just going off of like the example you put out is literally just going off of just blind loyalty. They were like, well, this guy knows this, so I'm like, I'm gonna listen to him. He knows it all.
You want to know what it is?
Subtext. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what it is? It's literally recency bias, because like it goes into the whole entire conversation that happened in Game Awards. We'll talk about that. We'll square that conversation. I wanted to jump into the whole entire what was it? When people were talking about Madam Web, right? That movie. They said that movie was terrible. I watched it. I decided to sit down. I was like, you know what? I didn't get to see it in theater because I wanted to see it when it first released, but again, timing, scheduling, work, that all prevented me from going to go see it. So it popped up on Netflix. I was like, you know what? I have time today. I'll sit down and watch it. I don't think the movie itself was terrible. If Sony gave themselves more time on it, it would have been better. That's just one.
Man, people smoke crack, and you shouldn't do that.
What's crazy? See? I went and watched I watched Venom. I watched Venom at home. I watched Venom 2 in theaters and Morbius in theaters. After Morbius, I contemplated walking into oncoming traffic. That movie is terrible.
I haven't seen Morbius because I keep hearing about how bad it is.
I tried to watch it on Netflix, and I'm
gonna try to watch Morbius and see what it's talking about. But here's the thing about Madam Web. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah,
and
same.
I know Madam Web is connected because of the Spider Totems nonsense. So I was like, you know what? Let's see how they present her story. I decided to watch. I'm like, okay. There's one Easter egg in Madam Web that nobody talks about, and that's Ben Parker, like the uncle, talking about like, oh yeah, I'm about to have a son. That information, like everybody just totally misses. Like, oh, the movie was bad. I'm like, so we just gonna ignore the fact that like Madam Web is connected to the uncle?
Because before we get to the gaming stuff you guys want to talk about, I just find it weird that now we're at this point where if someone ultimately goes like, hey, I don't think this movie's good, don't pay for it. It's like I would always say this in life. you can choose. I'm not even saying that person is wrong. That person's well to have their own opinion. That's probably fine. But it doesn't make it your opinion, though. You know? That's just you tell people that they're like, well, if the trailers if the trailers did not convince you, that's a fair argument because if the advertising didn't convince you, to buy the product, that's fine. But do you know how many good movies that have had bad trailers? Ass trailers. Did people say Transformers 1 was a good movie despite that first trailer looking like some hot ass? I listened to it. That first trailer was some hot ass. Yeah. But the people said the movie was really good. See my point there? You could have also good trailers, bad movies, bad trailers, good movies. Right. It's never and movies like TV and anime and video games. It's so subjective. Yep. You know, I would never just want to not watch them because someone else said not to. That's just limiting yourself. You're gonna be, I don't know, you would just not be able to watch or play anything by that logic unless someone literally said, here's the go, this video game is good, you can go buy it. It's like, are you some kid? Do you need to be told what to do? Like, fuck that.
You a whole grown person. Make the choices you decide to make. And that's what I did with Madden Web. I was like, you know what? Screw what everybody else is saying. I'm going to watch it.
I mean, I don't know to be honest, I don't know how they would feel about Sonic, though. Like, to be honest, had that bad imagery first, and then
they bullied that franchise.
Because I mean that Sonic imagery, I was like, no, we're not doing. We're not paying for that.
I was thinking about that earlier today. You know what's the worst part about that trailer? Even outside of that ugly Sonic, they play Gangster's Paradise. Do you remember that? They play Gangster's Paradise.
You can't fuck that up, bro. No.
Talk about a bad first impression. God, man.
But Sonic fans bullied them because Sonic Team has been messing up with the games for so many years that they are fed up.
Like literally anything after. Okay, so I played Sonic Advance 2. That was on the Game Boy Advance. I played Sonic Adventure Battle 2. I think I still think to this day that game has the best soundtrack I've ever heard for a video game, outside of like a few others here and there. Sonic Adventure Battle 2. I played Sonic Generations. I played Sonic Colors. I played Sonic Riders. What else?
Sonic Riders was such a good one.
Such an underrated game, yeah. And the one I bought the one for the Switch. It's this one over here.
Oh, you're talking about Sonic Zero Gravity?
Sonic Forces.
Oh, never mind.
I bought Sonic Forces for the Switch, but man, like
I heard that one was terrible too.
God, man, don't tell me that. My heart is broke now. Oh no.
I've heard so many different things about Sonic Forces.
But I can understand, like, keep in mind at this time period, if anyone doesn't remember, you know how people have like woke conversations and everything like that. Yeah. So around this time period, it was getting bad. So when the Sonic trailer first premiered, that ugly Sonic gangsters, you're like, okay, this is just the movie, the video game curse all over again. To turn around, make him look good, and to be at the point they're at now.
Blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster.
What happens when you kind of listen to the fans? I'm not saying the fans are always right, but like that Sonic look they had before was just bad. I'm sorry, whoever greenlit that to be put in the trailer needs to be fired. I'm sorry, that's just unacceptable. There's no way someone thought that looked good. Because we know now how they really feel about people that consume their products. They thought, this is what they thought. I'm just being honest here. They thought they could just throw together some doggone design of Sonic and you just
they thought they can get away with it.
Yeah, they thought you'd pay for it just because it's Sonic. No, we're good. I like when fans do that. That's what you need to do. Say no. I'm not just gonna buy your shit because it has my favorite character in a movie. Like, nah, fuck that.
Yes.
More people need to do that. You know?
I agree. I can agree with that.
And look what happened now. We're at Sonic. They confirmed Sonic 4.
3.
Yeah.
I still need to watch the Sonic movies, and I'm feeling somewhere during that, bro. Like I feel like I'm feeling that franchise.
They even got to the point where even Knuckles got his own little limited series, like series with Kid Cudi on there too. Man.
Well, they said the Knuckles series wasn't that. It was pretty much what they considered mid. I'm probably gonna still watch it because I want to know what's going on, right? But
I mean, it's still a bag. Don't get it might be.
But regardless, I still want to sit down and watch all 3 movies just in general. Because you were just talking about Sonic Riders. If anybody here that's like old enough remembers Sonic the Hedgehog, they consider it Sonic 06.
I forgot one. Oh my god, yes, Sonic Heroes. I played that. That was a straight up banger. Sonic 06. Oh my god, Sonic 06. I don't know how the internet convinced people that was a good game. It's considered an underrated gem. You actually played Sonic 06? That game is bad.
Well,
I played it. It was not good.
Well, hang on. Let's backtrack a second, right? I played the 2 on Xbox 360.
Same here. Yeah.
Well, no, I'll take that back. The first time I actually played this was when the PS3 first originally released. Remember, that's when that game came out.
Yeah.
So I remember playing it at my grandfather's house with my nephew, and me and him was playing, and I was like, "Bro, this is a good game. I actually like this game." But I was playing the Sonic story. Yeah. I didn't know, like, getting old. I'm like, I didn't know this game was gonna be bad. So I get on the Xbox 360 and I buy it myself, and I was like, you know what? It's cheap. Let me play it myself. The game was riddled with glitches, and I'm just like, this.
The first level. I couldn't get past the first level. I had to turn it in. I played it for maybe an hour. I was like, this is just not good. This is not worth my money.
Well, he's the king of turning things in if he don't like it or he just too much bullshit. Remember fucking Breaking Point? Oh,
bro, Breaking Point can eat my. Never stop.
And since we're on gaming, yes, it's crazy. I love playing video games. I do. I truly love gaming with all my heart. I love buying games and playing games. But to see where gaming is at now with controversies every day, or at least something going on every day. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the recent conversation on the whole Gooner bait thing because the girl in First Descent was dancing in a onesie.
It was the whole entire. You don't know where that conversation came from initially. Stellar Blade. They consider that game to be a Gooner game, and I played it fully. I was like, "This is a great game. It's an action adventure. You're focused on the main character because she's a woman, because she, flaunting her stuff." Yeah. And crazy enough, the main character, right, the model, she looked exactly like her. Like 1-to-1, they look exactly alike.
It was so weird because like people that were saying that what the character in First Descent dancing like that is Gooner bait were promoting free Stellar Blade or uncensored. It's like, what are we even doing here? We just doing shit just to do it.
That's crazy.
I enjoy Stellar Blade for what it was. I played First Descent. I'm like, some of the the centers on there, they look good, but it's like you playing the game just to have fun. I'm not playing it for politics, not for religion. I'm playing it to have fun with the homies.
Or you do the thing that they do on the internet nowadays where apparently you have to play stuff in it. Like 10 years, you have to look back and go, man, it changed my life. It's like, I'm not playing now. Why everyone does that now? Have you seen gaming content where people go like, man, this game ruined this character? Bro, I didn't play those games to know if I just played them. That's what you
exactly. I just played them to have fun, to have an experience. That's what's going on with the Assassin's Creed franchise. It's tanking because why? The fans don't know what they want. They want one thing. There's a side of crowd that wants one thing.
Black guy walking around and killing people silently who look like Tyrone. They don't want that.
It's one half of the fan base that wants one thing, and there's the other half that wants another thing. And I'm just like, bro, I'm just here to play the game and enjoy a good story.
Tony says people nowadays let reviewers and Rotten Tomatoes make their decisions. Yeah. We live in a lot of sheep. Let's just say that sheep, not enough wolves. But because you guys played Sparking Zero, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you like it? Because I played all those games too. I never played Sparking Zero yet.
So the experience we had with it was more so we played amongst friends. We didn't do the rank nonsense because we did ranked with Tekken 8. And that's why I think like most fighting games, or I was just saying this about Marvel Rivals too, stop playing ranked when it comes to your games, right? Multiplayer related games, play it to have fun first. If you throw yourself into ranked, you're going to stress yourself out and cause yourself to dislike the game.
Oh God.
That's why this is why it's called Chi-Town Gamers, because you get more than one perspective, obviously. Let me take it back to about the First Descendant thing, because with us being a creator on there as well, because we're like a creator for like a lot of like free games out there, like Smite, for example, with First Descendant. When we first played the first beta of First Descendant, we didn't even think about like, oh yeah, it's gonna be such a Gooner fest, right? I mean, with a Korean company making all these characters looking all voluptuous, you know what I'm saying, looking all good and stuff, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it gets people to buy in, sure, because it's got something to look at, but ain't that what guys been doing for like the longest time when it comes to like RPGs and other things like that?
Oh yeah.
If I'm playing like a let's really take it back. Let's bring it back, like, I don't know, DC Universe Online or something, right?
What a throwback. Oh my God.
What a throwback. I was there when it was on disc, all right? I'm an OG for real, okay?
I
Do they
played
still
it
make
on
support for that
PC.
game?
People were playing females.
I played
out
it on my
here with
laptop
the
a
whole
long time
get-up
ago.
outfits and everything. Let's not pretend we
I
didn't do
played it
all
on my
that.
laptop.
Like,
He's not
come
lying.
come on, like come on.
I played it on my laptop at that time. Yeah, he's not lying. Like they were doing some stuff.
Yeah, like come on, like people want to be now like no, we're not going to play it because of that. It's not telling the true story and whatever. But when we first played the first Descent, at least for me, in my experience of playing it, and the way they are telling profound stories with each individual and the whole story itself, it got me sold first before they decided to be like, all right, we're gonna give you that nice looking skins, and you'd be like, all right. I take that as a +1, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you gotta take your women sometimes. You don't just really take them at first base. You'll look at them, you'll be like, all right, yeah, she got a nice rag, nice ass, cool. But then now it's getting to a point of like, okay, if I'm really about to invest into a woman, right? We need to know the personality. We need to know where you're from,
Bro,
where you're you got trauma in you know what I'm saying? Before we even try to be like, all right, I'll take her out on a date. Let me not waste my time with it or my money. It's the same thing with First Descent and any other games that's kind of like that, where exposing, too much flubuntuous bumps, and too much of that wow and glam.
Wow.
Because the crazy part is like all the conversation now around gaming, at least on Twitter, is people that go, "Oh my god, all you guys want is hot women in your game so you can beat off to them." I'm not buying a video game just to beat off to it. Like what weird?
I'm playing a game again to have fun and experience it. Whether it's good or bad, that is upon my choice.
Yeah. That's all the conversation. Like people like, oh my god, gamers, they get so angry when you don't put attractive women in their games. Yeah, neither do women either, because women also like playing like them too. Who wants to play as some ugly butch lesbian broad? Who wants to do that? Unless you're playing one of those custom character games, you kind of build your character up. That's different. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah, but at least when it's custom, they actually customize it to where at least it looks decent. Like, all right, now
it looks halfway decent.
But
it's also really weird. No one ever talks about these things a lot, but with gamers, it's always like, oh my god, you game, you must be a social weirdo. And motherfuckers' hobbies are like fishing and going to a bar. Don't ever talk to me about weird hobbies. If you like to fish, you shit on gamers, you got no conversation to talk about. Get the fuck away from me.
I just seen a post on this. As a nerd, and I've been a nerd since the age of 6.
He's been preaching about this for years. Go ahead, speak your piece.
Bro, I need a fucking refund on all of the shit going on right now. Give me my fucking refund, because you bastards, you pieces of shit, made me change my personality to fit your fucking dumbass society standards because you didn't like me. But now. Oh, nerds and shit is no. Shut up. You weren't there.
Or now they gotta tell you how to be a nerd. Well, the thing is, women who would, let's be honest here, women who if you guys went to school or public school or whatever, would laugh at you if they found out you played games, would basically just socially outcast you if you played video games. You weren't cool enough. Now, women invaded the men's space. I'm not saying all the women are bad. I know that there's some great women gamers out there, but now they're trying to make it like, no, it has to be a safe space for women. What the? You thought this was for kids? You bully people that played games. Now they want to come in and change everything about the man's way of games are working before? No, get the fuck out of here. What the hell? I'm sorry. Like, gaming should mostly cater towards dudes because, oh god, we're the ones buying them the most. That's how business works. You cater to the demographic that most buys it. There's a reason why they put Barbies in the girls section at Walmart. Go figure. It's probably because girls are gonna buy Barbies more. Your son's buying Barbies.
It's all about. If you think about it from the business perspective, what did I say a long time ago? Simple solutions call for simple problems call for simple solutions. That's it.
Yep. What did you guys think about the gaming awards that just happened? I thought it was boring. I watched. I'm
gonna let King talk his piece on it because I have my thought process, but I'm gonna let him get his thoughts out first.
So I did. So I host a watch along on my personal Twitch or whatever, and that was when I just came back from Egypt, and everybody was like kind of like for some of the viewers, they were like surprised. They didn't know what the Game Awards were. Some of them were like really surprised at like some things. But of course, they all stick around for at least the ultimate winner, right? For them to think like Astrobot really take home, the award versus like a Black Wukong was just the most talked about. I forgot all the other choices though, because none of them were like the games where I was interested in personally.
Did you get mad they nominated the DLC for Elden Ring? Because that's
now, that we all agree as far as Chi-Town gamers, we all agree like these, like anything that's like DLC related on a game should not count, because that's like it's just an extension. It's always been introduced as an extension of the original game.
I can understand, but then I think
it's almost the same thing as like the remaster games too.
Yeah,
it's almost in there unless like they did like significant change. Then I'm like, okay, but it really depends on the game. But we're not in favor of the DLC being a part of it. But we did play it. We did play Elden Ring for like since last year. And that's like how most of our numbers has been going up because of Elden Ring. So shout out to them. And then
because to be fair, technically, should a DLC, which is basically added content, which is not a new game, be considered for an award? I would say no, personally.
Not for the big
award. Wait, hang on.
The big award, not for the big. Well,
it should be an award for being a great DLC.
Right, they should create a category just for DLC. I agree with you on that. Yeah. Because if it's basically a game that's like winning best game of the year, it's like that's not really technically a new thing. Because you think best game of the year is something that came out in that year,
right?
Specifically, not that's just so weird. But I understand they have to do that now. Oh, they have to create some sort of controversy because no one cares about gaming awards usually. I watch game awards. Usually sometimes it's just boring. It's really just, man. It can be a snooze fest.
Well, you speak about that, right? And it's funny enough that you have stated that. But what's his face? Jeff, the one that, orchestrates and pretty much is the owner of the Game Awards, right?
Yeah, the one that says you.
He is literally doing business deals with all of these gaming companies, right? Trying to, pretty much keep them in his back pocket, right? So I think we as gamers, like, I will agree and say, like, yo, Astrobot shouldn't have won. In my own personal opinion, my game of the year is always going to be Black Myth Wukong because of how they told the story. And because I was more so interested in the Chinese mythology. Well, one, because of Smite. And two, I was like, the game was great. I thought I was.
Oh, you're probably pretty mad when the Astrobot won Game of the Year over Black Myth Wukong.
I wasn't really disappointed. I was more so like, this is actually a shock. But I was like, Astrobot is a nostalgia fest. That's all it is. There's nothing great about it. Like, what are they doing? Honestly, like, I saw gameplay of. I'm going to play it this week probably. But I was like, bro, it's just literally a nostalgia fest of PlayStation games. Yeah, it's not just PlayStation players.
Yeah, because if you looked at what was like, let's say the most anticipated games, right? Black Myth have been the most anticipated practically the entire year.
Only reason because
the fact that it was not only the most anticipated, but it delivered.
Yeah,
delivered to where people was not expecting for a small gaming company, right? So the fact that it did not win, it was like more of like the underdog effect of like they should have won because of all the numbers and for them to have that much backlash, right? And
it was People's Choice Award, funny enough,
right? But so it should have won overall because like that was the game. You couldn't really talk about. You could talk about all the other ones. And it was like, oh, there was a here or there. First Ascendant came out. Ooh, that's cool. Stellar Blade came out. Ooh, cool. Marvel Rivals just came out, so we ain't even gonna matter about that. But the most anticipated and it delivered, Black Wukong respectively gonna take it. Even if I didn't even play it yet, but I will give it its respect because like
I've seen gameplay of it. It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. Bro. Everybody got the challenge, and when people were crying online, talk about, oh man, this is too hard. Y'all got to bring the difficulties or the diversity, and the company did not phase through, did not accept defeat of like, okay, we're gonna kiss up to everybody. No, it's like this is the game. Work, all right.
Put literally, they say
put in the work.
That's no, they literally said at the Game Awards when they received the award, it was like, I played it. Just get better, get good, literally.
Same thing they did in Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. People was having a tough time facing that gorilla.
Just get good.
Gorilla Vegeta. What they tell? No, get good or change the difficulty.
Yeah, just get good.
Come on, bro.
Literally. I played bro. When I played Black Myth, I just remember turning on my PlayStation. Just remember having it. And I was just like, and I remember that opening cinematic of Sungwoo versus Erlong, which nobody knows about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, this game is going to be great. And the combat, like, I'll admit, I ran into some issues with some of the bosses. I think the first boss that you technically run into an issue with, they call him the Big Baby, Wandering White. Yeah, he kicked my ass. And I was like, all right, I'm going to come back to you later. Proceeds to kick every other boss on that path. And I'm all right, I killed all y'all. I didn't know I soft locked that boss because I killed a boss that kind of soft locks him. But I was all right, I'm going to come back for you. I enjoyed the game fully. The only person who made me put that game down for a week was Erlong Shin, and that's because he's a bitch. Fuck him. But I still came back, beat him, proceeded to beat the final boss in the game. And I was like, you know what? I'm satisfied. I like this game a lot.
You guys played, well, one of you or guys in your group played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
We all played that.
And recently they announced that they're ending support for it because go figure, no one wanted a Suicide Squad game and no one wanted it attached to the Arkham franchise.
Universe, the Arkham universe. So, do you want me to state my piece on it? Or
sure, go ahead. Yeah, go
ahead.
It was
so,
his idea for us to do it too.
So when we played Suicide, yes, it was my idea, but I was like, bro, I just want to play this game just to have fun with it, right? I'm not gonna care about controversy.
It was fun. I'll give you that. It was fun.
I don't care about controversy. I don't care about none of this, bro. We're finna play this and have fun with it. We played through it, guys, and end the game, and then they pulled a Shadow of War on me. I was just like, I'm not gonna play this just to get to the final ending.
Yeah, and like
that irritated me. I was just like, it was fun. Just give me a decent ending. That's all I'm asking for. Don't make me come back season after season after season because, I got to kill 8, 9 Brainiacs. I just killed one.
Yeah, like their concept of like how they want to run things for Suicide Squad, it was almost like the same as Gotham Knights, but worse.
What a game. What a forgettable game that just was announced like this one came out. Well, sorry, it was announced, pushed back a year or two later. Gotham Knights is just completely forgotten about. Like, no one talks about that game at all.
Well, you don't know why they hated Gotham Knights too, because they thought the whole entire giving Nightwing a Fortnite glider, like the combat. They kept basing everything they knew about the Arkham universe on that game, knowing that Gotham Knights was in a separate universe by itself.
That and the Red Hood jump.
Yep, they insulted that game. Like every spectacle that was shown, they hated it because they figured like this is a garbage game. And these are, I think, the people that created Gotham Knights also did Batman Arkham Origins, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the Rocksteady, but
it's not Rocksteady. Not Rocksteady didn't touch Origins.
It was WB Montreal. They did Gotham Knights too. What's a little crazy? They did Arkham Origins. And if people remember when that game was coming out, it looked like they really didn't want to make a good Arkham game. Now, it doesn't matter if you like Arkham Origins or not. The fact that they went and made this game and actually made it so unforgettable, it's like, what the hell happened? It's like, I swear, some of these companies are only just named alone. It can't be the same people that's been there.
I'll say it like this. When Arkham Origins first initially released, everybody hated on it initially because it was like,
I remember. Yeah.
Everybody hated it because it was like, why isn't Rocksteady doing this one too? And I played Arkham Origins, I think years later, after I got some funds in my pocket. You know, I was a child. I had to get some money in my pocket to play that. But
you can go sell candy to make some...
Yes, I mean, look in Chicago, look, when it was like not too hectic like that, look, the candy store was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We had little setup tables out there in the street in the West. Especially in the summertime. Got little candy bags of like them Now Laters and all them. Yeah,
of course.
The Tootsie Rolls.
But yeah, when Origins came out, I played it. I actually enjoyed it, one because of the Deathstroke boss fight, and two because the game just felt like fleshed out, in my personal opinion, on the combat. The combat at that time felt peak, and I was like, "This is an enjoyable game. I like it." And then obviously Arkham Knight released and it just blew the water out with everything else. But I was like, I like this game. But the hate that surrounded it initially, and now, again, like you said, 10 years later, oh, it's a good game now. But y'all hated it when it first originally released.
I get all the criticisms that Origins has, but it's not it's not on the same level as like criticism that is like people make like Origins is like Sonic 06. It's like no, it's like it's not bad. It's just you would considerably say it's not as good as the other two. I would probably rate it if I'm rating it. I'd probably give it probably a good 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's that bad. It's a enjoyable experience. It's a enjoyable game. Like,
Right.
but the criticisms do weigh it down compared to the other ones. Like, the big problem with the game that I had is the open world. It just feels really hollow.
Well, I think it's only hollow because didn't they base the map off of Arkham City?
Yeah, and it's Christmas Eve and it's snowing, so everyone's locked up. It feels like there's no life in the city because there's no one really out. It feels like it's just a big giant snowstorm. And it's what was the other problem I had with it? Oh, it's not the fact of the game itself, it's the narrative. Because initially when it's announced as this assassin, Black Mask assassin.
Oh yeah.
No. Midway through the game, the Joker becomes the main villain. So what they were selling the game on, because at the time, Joker was the main Batman villain for like fucking good lord, everything.
Yeah.
So when you're playing this game, you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
It's supposed to be a fresh experience.
Yeah, and it kind of was a bait and switch. I can kind of understand the frustrations about that because when the Joker becomes the main villain, the whole assassin plot is pretty much disregarded for the most part. And then 3 of them are just side missions. Like Deadshot's a side mission.
Oh, yeah,
Shiva was a side mission.
Yeah.
So I understood the criticism it got, but I was like, this is a fine game. I bought it launch day. I wanted to. The only one I haven't played was Arkham Knight. I watched everything about it. I know what happened in the game, but I played Asylum, City, and Origins. And man, City, God, man, what a fantastic game that is.
You know what's funny about City? When I got it, I bought it. I want to say, what was that? I bought it on Christmas Eve. Funny enough, played half of it through Christmas Eve, and then finished it on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean, the story was very compelling, and then the whole environment. I mean, I get it about like the environment not being so hollow and everything, but I guess they're more going off of the theme of like Gotham being like.
To be fair, yeah.
No, ain't no sunshine where she's going. Like,
it was the same way with Night, but it was the same way with Night. It wasn't really lively. The only difference between Night and Origins, honestly, was the fact that you could travel, like move faster, which was glide across all 3 branches of the city, and drive the Batmobile. That was the only difference.
What other game did you guys play? You guys were playing Elden Ring, Suicide Squad. You played Tekken 8. You guys don't play Street Fighter, do you?
We played it. It's just, I don't know. Like with Street Fighter, it's weird to me, right? It's one of those older games. I'm just like, I think
Tekken is harder. I will say Tekken is way harder to play.
I have history with Tekken. That's why I was into it.
No, I think no.
I have history with Tekken. Tekken I've played since I was a child. That's the only reason why I play it now.
I had Street Fighter growing up. That's why I have
Street Fighter. I didn't really play growing up. It was one of those games like, it's cool.
The only one I didn't play. So I played Virtual Fighters. I played Tekken at a few points. And I played Street Fighter. The only one I didn't really get into was Mortal Kombat. I get why it has a lot of fans. I just never really got into it as much.
Mortal Kombat became my game during 8th grade, and the only reason because I wanted to give people the hands.
Oh my god, a black guy trying to be violent. Cena was right about you, man. You're not getting away from the stereotypes.
No, I mean he was. I mean you gotta remember. Well, we're best friends. Like we've been knowing each other since the 5th grade practically. You know what I'm saying? And So when he was right, he's right about the Mortal Kombat. Like he I forgot what was that? What's that cop dude off of MK9?
Not Striker.
This dude will pick Striker. And
it was a joke, and it was hilarious.
Fight him, right? And then he'll just start cheating, just straight pull out the gun and straight shooting him every time. I'm like, dude, and then he just kept doing it, I'm like,
this is another one that I saw in your game catalog, Insomniac Spider-Man 2. Because as people know, the first one was really, really, really good. Just absolutely,
I played both.
Kiss.
I played both.
Spider-Man 2 came. Well, to be fair, Miles Morales that came next, technically. But yes, Spider-Man 2. Why? And like earlier this year was announced that they were going to get no DLC content for Spider-Man 2. Well, did you guys enjoy Spider-Man 2, or you thought it was just not as good as the first one?
Well, You never played Spider-Man 2? No, I don't think King played the initial first one. He saw me play it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't. I don't think I had. No, I didn't have the
PS4,
PS5 yet at the time.
No,
okay.
he had the PS4. I don't think he had the game yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I had the game. No.
But yes, I remember playing the original Spider-Man and then playing Spider-Man 2 when it released on PS5. I enjoy Spider-Man 2. I think what led to the DLC getting canceled necessarily because of what happened with Insomniac and the files being spread on the internet.
That
was a heavy backlash, and it was hard for that company to pretty much control that information spread. That's why, like, now with Rockstar, they're keeping tight closed lips on GTA 6 because of what happened with them. So I think they canceled it because they was just like, people already know what's going on. We might as well not even state the project.
Yeah.
And Insomniac kind of wanted to give us a wow factor, and that wow factor got taken away when somebody leaked it already.
Yeah, they leaked that they're going to be doing Spider-Man 3, which was coming, a Venom solo game, X-Men. They were going to build up this entire like Marvel video game universe, and looking at the leaks now, they was
supposed going to give us a multiplayer based Spider-Man game.
I forgot Wolverine's going to come out. Wolverine's supposed to come out. Yeah,
Wolverine's still coming out regardless, but they were supposed to give us a multiplayer like Spider-Man game, and I think that project got canceled because of what happened.
Oof, man. So why is Sony always getting hacked? What the fuck's up with the damn servers? Anything with Sony's always getting hacked. And then people are like, man, just create a PSN account and link it. We'll protect you. Y'all is always getting hacked. I've never heard of Microsoft getting hacked in anything like that fashion, at least.
That was the issue with Helldivers 2.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god. That was woo!
Helldivers 2, if they did not have that happen, that game would have did fantastic and would have been like, most player based. Like, it would have won some awards this year if that never happened.
I mean, it still got some, but it's not like super big because of the controversy. I mean, just from their dip off and them nerfing, like that, it was a red flag. And then here comes Space Marine 2. Here comes Space Marine 2 and kind of did somewhat of the rescuing until they got tired of the story or whatever. Yeah. And that's when it was like, all right, we need to toughen up. We need to give people what they want now. So playing. Literally. And you see how up to the Game Awards, and now they're like, all right, now we're back. Now you got other content creators that's out there on TikTok and everything. Like, yeah, we're back.
Literally.
Oh, so I know you guys played the My Hero Academia fighting game. What's called All Plus Ultras?
Oh, Ultra Rumble.
Ultra Rumble. Yeah.
That was a shit show. That was a shit show. I don't think it's a bad game. It's not meant to be a battle royale.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's all right for what it is, but it's not. It's enjoyable for like your fan base, right?
Yeah.
Like you like let's say Smite, for example, because we brought that up a lot, and I myself I'm partnered with them, so I was just on their platform on Twitch streaming on there, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So for our platform, people will say like, yeah, it's or it's like a League wannabe, or it's like oh, just trying to be like Fortnite, like for My Hero, right? But it's for that game specifically, that's for its own fan base. Like, if you want to brawl it out and be your own hero or whatever, that's just for them. But like for a new fan, I don't think it's not hidden enough. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not like it's welcoming for a little bit because of like the anime, but then once you get in it and you see like, oh man, I'm getting my ass kicked.
We did not win a single game.
It's not fun.
We did not win,
and it's just casuals. Okay, it's just casual.
Yeah, we did not win. We did not win a single match the times we played.
I'm just like, I mean, like Kirsten has said, we played to have fun for most of our games, and if we do play rank, it's like it's somewhat serious. But it's somewhat like, okay, content creating wise, like, okay, how are we going to really benefit off it? How are we going to perform on TikTok and the YouTube shorts and all the other fun stuff? Like, like we said about Tekken 8.
Shit, Tekken 8.
We only went rank because we was like, all right, we can go up to like a certain rank, and then we don't have to go that much no more. But then within that, with having character customizations and stuff like that, like I made Jack 8, for example. I made him out of Muscle Man. And that was a fun series to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as we're having fun with it, and then rank is having to be there, we like to challenge ourselves if we want to. It was fun. That's how gaming is supposed to be.
Anyways, anybody out there that want to challenge me in Tekken 8, we can run the hands. I need some practice with my Lee anyways.
Oh my god.
Hey man, look, I got my Muscle Man. I got Brian Fury.
Man, fuck Brian Fury.
Brian Fury is pretty tough. Tough McGee. I don't mind.
Man, I ran into so many players playing Tekken 8. Well, different mains. Actually, now it's a small controversy going on with Tekken 8 because Clive from Final Fantasy is on there now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, from what Kirsten said, I haven't seen like the real playthrough of like how he is. I will eventually, as soon as my schedule get to slow down a little bit, but hopefully he's gonna be all right. But at least as far as like even rank right now, if we're taking it, it's a little bit slow because like we keep getting reoccurring players all the time. Like we just fought one person that plays like a Leroy, right? Leroy Jenkins, right? And then in the next match, I'm like, okay, I won. Then the next match, we see him again. I'm like, all right, I'll run the dukes up with you again because you was honorable, right? Third match, I'm still facing the same person. I'm like, all right, y'all matchmaking gotta, come on, bro. And it's not like we want to keep facing like PlayStation and PC a whole lot, right? So it's that kind of concept.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I tell people, if you want to see a more of a better side to gaming, you got to be that change first. You can only want to see change if you do the change yourself. Everyone's just focusing on the controversies, and it's like, are people even playing some of these games? Yeah. Like, so many people are telling you these in-depth details about what is apparently going on, and you look at their channels like, you don't even play games. I don't think you have to play every new fucking AAA release, but obviously you play any game at all. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That kind of weird. That's just really weird. Someone's going to tell you about gaming without also gaming themselves. Crazy logic there.
Yeah.
He left me like my dad.
For that. What's also crazy? So like I mentioned about being a Smite creator or whatever, right? So since they're launching Smite 2, right? It's supposed to be basically a new experience for not only just the original fan, but more of a welcoming fans that either play League or League-like, right?
Yeah.
So people are mad still when we're still in the alpha phase, but we're doing the promos and everything for everybody to either buy in since it's still an alpha, right? And people are being mad like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. They're like, well, did you get it? Or do you not? They're like, nah, I can't get it because I don't want to buy it or whatever. But then we'll be like, okay, but we got the free stuff and we put it on the Twitch drops. We're basically giving it out, saying like, hey, if you want your opinion to matter, go ahead, do this and do that, so you can have access to it, play some couple of games, then give your opinion. But they're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. And then they watch their favorite creators, like we've been talking about before. And they'd be like, nah, they ain't gonna be working like that. He said like this. He put in all the examples. He put in all the details. I ain't buying it. I'm gonna wait till it's fully come out or whatever. I'm like, all right, man.
Like
if you want your opinions to matter right now, you got companies that out here that are like for the people. They're like, hey, if you want to try it, here you go. They're like, it's not hard to get a silver platter on the plate. Like it's not hard to get food on the plate. They're like, hey, there's food here. Let's get the plate. Right there. Like, what is
I'm starving. Help me. I'm hungry.
A plastic fork right here. What you talking about? I'm already right there.
All I want to say is I'm sorry for disappearing for a hot minute. Family stuff came up.
No, you good.
You're good, man. Well, gonna have to wrap it up here in a little bit. Got to get to my other show tonight. But no, it's great doing this with you guys for the first time. If you want to plug anything beside my wife later on tonight, I could watch you both tag team her, run a train on her. I can see your strokes. We could film it.
Okay, I don't believe in making a porno now unless you're gonna sell it. As long as you don't show my face, we can make a business on that.
Wow. I'm gonna critique your strokes like a movie reviewer. This stroke could have been in this angle.
Don't joke that way because there are people that are doing that. Yeah, they'd be like, the perception, the angle, I like it, 90 degrees.
yeah, literally.
A 90-degree stroke. What the fuck?
He did this very pleasantly. It was something in the air.
Someone said, "Oh my god!" It was when the whole Gooner bait thing went up. Someone had a Twitter comment on like Hypnotic's fucking show. His comment was, "People watch porn for the plot," and I had to just go, "Is that satire?" Hope that person wasn't real. That comment read like some satire.
I know one person from the military that was like, "I do watch porn. Literally watch porn." For the plot, the only thing that was acceptable was only because we've been out for more than 6 months on the boat, right? Because we're on deployment, and it's only so much you can watch until you start rewatching them,
right?
And then it's like it's boring, right? Like you're bored, and you're like, all right. How did she really get stuck in the oven? Like, how did she really get stuck in the sink?
Then you start going.
It's one of those things.
Then you start going after grannies who like it in the ass. You're like, hey, I'm gonna try to expand my horizons.
That's where I take that up and said, "What the
fuck?" God, you start going to BBWs who love black guys. You like once you watch enough petite Latinas, you're like, the 100th one ain't hitting it. I gotta go to some grannies or something. I gotta spice it up.
And that's where it's dangerous. That's where it's dangerous. That's why porn being banned everywhere, damn near. You can't watch it in Pornhub just left fucking Florida. So
that's true. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that's true.
Oh, damn,
my least watched is black girls. That's probably my least watched porn category.
Not the Ebony.
Yeah, it's my least watched. I can't, man. I can't get hard to black girls. Nope.
You know that song. They was like Ebony.
Oh, let the white guy, black girl. I can see myself as the white guy. Then I can do it. We'll start with you guys. Is there anything you want to say and to let the audience know about before we head out? Actually, you guys got any plans coming up for this year at all?
Oh no, we pretty much gonna chill for the rest of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For the rest, we just finished up Space Marine, which that was our biggest goal. We finished all our most of our series that we wanted to work on this year. Really, Elden Ring was like our real top performing gaming for us. I would say shout out to Rumble again because this like we never hit like our highest strides of video, like of all the videos we made, all the live stream we made, we never hit 130,000 views on any platform except for Rumble, right? Like that's like by far our top
1,000 views on a stream.
Yeah, and that's what we was finishing up Gears of War 3.
Gears of War Judgment,
correct. We was finishing that up, and then we did Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. That was it, and that was 9 hours of doing that. But the fact that we even reach up that high on views, that's like I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of that.
I'll say this about Rumble too. Like most of the podcasts that I do, or sorry, this is the newest iteration of my podcast. I've been doing this for about good 4 years. I never had a show hit like 1,000 views ever on Rumble. When I put out episodes of my other podcast, my League One and my other Iron Man one I used to do, some episodes hit 1,000. I never had 1,000 views on a show ever on YouTube. Like some episodes I do with the show here will do better over there. I actually have content over there that does better over here, but as you guys know, with the ad revenue over there, it's pretty much non-existent at our level.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think you know what. That's probably what it is. Since there's no ads on Rumble, that's why. Now that you mentioned that does change the game a little bit.
So, but yeah, as far as next year is concerned, we got some games that we got in mind as far as trios and duos concerned. Eventually we'll get back to Gears of War 4. We're potentially trying to get into Baldur's Gate 3, Lords of the Fallen, anything that's more trio or dual base. We're trying to get more into. But we're since we've been grinding so much for 2 years, we're taking a little bit first off for as far as next year, give us a little break, get us to reset, especially since TikTok is going away and everything. So we got to re-strategize on how
another year of AAA gaming to play.
Yeah, you know. So I mean,
so looking forward to
so much to do, so much little time, but you know, it's all coming together, and our hopes is just to, since we already Rumble Verify and Kick affiliated, now we just got to get Twitch affiliated for at least Chi-Town Games concerned, and up to YouTube partner.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, my goals for next year, as you guys know them, I want to put out consistent content in a shorter time frame. I want to make sure that, you know, if you're gonna be on this train with me, you're on this train. We're going. You want to get off? You can always get off the train. I'm giving out free tickets. You can always get the fuck off. Just give me your wife. You know? Yeah. Holy shit. Just give me that girl,
yeah. I mean, look, like, I appreciate the reach out when we was we had that third interview. This is our fourth interview ever, right?
Really?
So
okay.
I definitely appreciate you for
anytime. Yeah.
From earlier, and then you know, because when we was with Pudge TV and Fuse for like that monumental stream we did, that was just crazy. And then when you reached out, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is where we end off the year strong, you know. So we glad
I talked to Fuse. Fuse was at the Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic meetup earlier this year in Vegas, so I got a chance to meet him. He sure is the black guy. That's a white black guy right there.
He will relate more to Kirsten if Kirsten get more involved with the community, because like he's about the Persona life and Metaphor and all that and the Final Fantasy. Like
I still need to play Metaphor. Don't even get me started on my backlog of games, please.
I'm just saying he will relate more to him than anything. But and then I also big shout out to Silver Fox too though. Silver Fox has been like helping out with the community too, and and our first like collab, like our biggest collab ever was with Silver Fox. So I gotta give him props for that too.
Yep,
he didn't have to do that, and we were just playing Elden Ring just for that one time. We're probably gonna do some more maybe in the future, who knows? But big shout out to him though too.
But we definitely appreciate it. You know, thanks for having us. Even though, you know, we definitely appreciate it. Even though, you know, the third member, you know, nervousness setting in, he's not here with us, unfortunately.
This would have been his first time doing it with us, but we had our first interview in January, we had the second one in October, and the third one in October. So this is our fourth one. So we're practically seasoned, even though we know we're gonna have a good time regardless. You know what I'm saying? But for him, this
that's what I told people. You know, that's what I told people. You know, you just got to just have a conversation. You got to be just attempting to talk. It's really all it is, you know. As long as you weren't given one word answers, I would have to just get the gun, because I'm not. Anytime that happens, people, hey, why do you like a certain game? Oh, because I played it. Nah, we're gonna be out of that conversation. I'm leaving ASAP. I'm out.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like it's crazy that even when some people would be like, "Why are you doing an interview?" Like that don't even matter. No, man, it's about getting seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're already putting ourselves out there just to make content and laugh at each other. And sometimes we even show face cam or not. But this being in podcasting in general has already been an uplifting year for podcasting in general. But it just, like I said, it's about being seen. It's about bringing new eyes into your product or to what you're trying to do, and if people may like it, they're like, all right, I'm ready to tune into the next episode. Let's go.
They might they want to check out whoever they talking to. Like
this is the new
leads.
Meta,
it just leads everywhere.
I told people this is not my first podcast, not my first rodeo. I'm basically like DC right now. You know, after Crisis, New 52, Rebirth. I'm all in now. I'm all in. That's where the new initiative is. I'm all in now. You know, the other podcast I messed up on it, so I had to retcon it. So my goal next year is to get this show to basically where 300 episodes. I think that's the goal I'm hitting for next year. So I'm gonna strive for that. Hit that. What's crazy is last year when I did that, I hit 267 by the end of last year. I think I did 5 one-on-ones in a day. A day. I was on man with the mission. So maybe this year coming up, I do that again. At least not 5 a day, at least 3, maybe max 3 a day. Because if you do 5 a day, my brain was fried. My eyes were killing me.
Yeah, you should have a talk with Daramuth then, because Daramuth, we did.
The white guy? Oh, yeah, he follows me. Yeah, oh my goodness. You could tell. I'd be like, hey, master, I love you.
I like how his setup is. He got the whole calendar and everything. You know, with the times and
Yeah.
what day he doing. At least he doing at least one each day.
Yeah,
He got a whole schedule. He got
a whole schedule. So shout out to him too, man.
For real.
So just want to say, everyone, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. It was glad having you guys on for the first time. We'll see you guys.